Come on, y'all. This is England that died aboard the Titanic. Yes, black people was aboard the Titanic. After almost been trying to teach you guys that black people was aboard the Titanic for years. We had to come out of our graves, me and my homeboys and homegirls. We had to come out of our graves to get you guys' attention that black people was aboard the Titanic. Hey, now, after Oma needs your help. She only got a few subscribers. She need 1,000 subscribers now. You guys can do it this one. I think she got 98 subscribers. Come on now. Hit like, share, subscribe. Hit like, share.
So this coming from Love and Marriage. I'm sorry, this coming from Melody Cherie, Melody Host fan page, The Tea and Shade. So they're at Tiffany baby shower. Notice what this girl is doing like a little kid. She is taking pictures, videos, trying to sneak video of Mel. But remember, Mel say, I can be in the same room with you. We can be cordial without all that drama and acting ghetto. But I don't know why Tisha felt the need to just show the audience that Mel was at Tiffany baby shower. Tiffany and Mel are good. Let's see what y'all saying down here. Yolanda says, girl removes the red wig and cake of makeup. Yeah, her makeup is, she's trying to make herself look lighter anyway. Joyce Abner is laughing. What to say? You have to build that house. That's where the pressure lies. Love you. Okay, just strolling down, y'all. Martel is dangerous, and it's scary to see all this play out. I'm worried about Mel and the kids' safety at this point. Sadly, on another own show we watch, Tim Norman or Welcome to Sweetie Pie rant, escalate, and become violent, and led to him playing a part in doing the unthinkable to someone else. So you guys know that a lot of these people are saying that Martel, he just explode a lot, and they think that Mel, should be very, very careful. Let's see what's down here, y'all. Oh, sugar mama. Jamie Lynn Jones is the administrator of this page. It's Friday, she say. All right, I'm just strolling down, seeing what they're saying. That's Tisha again. Let's see what they say right here about Tisha showing that Mel in the video. And look who's fanning out Tisha like she's a fan. She can't help herself. She's Mel. Hashtag. Chinetta say, yeah. They say Melody fan acts so high schoolish. This is that behavior in its truest form. Now, why would Melody miss Tiffany baby shower when they don't have a problem with each other? But she thinks it's funny. Yeah, Tisha is so immature, very immature. And I agree with her. This is high school behavior. So this is Melody. And fans are complimenting Melody. One fan say, looking good, Mel. And one fan say, even because you are beautiful, even when you are casual. Anyway, this is Mel. Look at her. She posing, looking good. Go, girl.
It was very hard. I was hoping for a different outcome. I feel she made the best decision for her. It's good seeing her happy. Would I have loved for them to have stayed together as a complete family unit? Of course.
What's making you tear up, Melody?
You know, without a doubt, my mom has always been Team Melody and Martel, even when I wasn't feeling. And now to hear her saying how she's happy to see me happy, that's just an emotional place for me.
And Martel, you obviously...
So let's just see what Martel has lost such a wonderful family. He not only lost his family, he lost his finances also, because Mel was the one out there hustling and working hard, you know. And so he's going to try to shame her to break up, because he said she never had time for him. She was out there trying to make it for the family, just working hard. But while she was out there doing that, he was out there playing around. He was absent from the family. He was playing around with more than one woman, you guys. But anyway, Miss Van, she sits up and say how she adored him at one time. Now, she have lost all trust in Martel. What Martel did, it was like a boomerang effect. It affected everybody. It affected his mother. It affected his children. It affected his mother-in-law, Van, and mostly his wife. So anyway, a loss of trust has came between Melody right now. And right now, resentment towards the betraying parent. Yeah. Many parents wonder how much they should or should not tell the children. In this case, this is going to lead to Mariah. She's seeing her dad with coleslaw, and she is going to yell out.
For hearing this, do you feel like Miss Van was supportive of your marriage when you guys were married?
Yeah, very much so. You know, I'm very sorry for how things played out. And again, I tried. You know, I really did.
Ms. Van, do you believe him?
It's hard for me to say, because according to the kids, it's always dad did this, dad did that.
How can my children gather that? Because Melanie implanted that in
That's not true. Don't dare do that. I defend you more than I do
Mariah
anything
has
else.
told me, Daddy, Mommy told me you have a girlfriend. Daddy, Mommy told me that you were out with this girl. I'm like what?
Well, you know what? You guys may be surprised, but many parents don't realize how much children know. Remember, we're in Huntsville. Everybody know what's going on. Everybody see this on TV. Now, they might not let their children watch TV. Fidelity has really impacted his child. Children, you know, they feel like their mother is sad. They feel this. They know something is wrong. The younger kids, they do. The older kids, such as Mariah and Tank, yeah, they got to work through this infidelity, and then to have a deeper understanding and to be healed from those wounds. You know, those children got wounds from this infidelity. Well, let's keep it going. He don't think that he had a negative impact on his children. There he go, blaming Melody. Everybody in Huntsville is seeing him around with coleslaw and other women's. So he want to blame Melody, say Melody is telling these children that he is messing around with other women's. And y'all gonna see where I picked Lisa Ray for one thing. It's similar. When Lisa Ray was small, her mother used to take her around to her dad's girlfriends, mistresses, just to prove to her that her dad wasn't all that, because she adored her dad. But anyway, these child, they can accidentally find out about an affair. This can lead to a lasting impact on this child. Now, she accidentally found out when he walked out the door with this woman that y'all getting ready to hear. Yeah, she's impacted by it.
invisible wounds children carries around.
Mommy telling you, do your kids
Martel.
know about the other woman and your other son?
Melody's told them both things, the child
So if
and the
that's
other
accurate,
woman.
so let me say this. If that is
not?
accurate, I'm about to. If I told my children that you had a child, whenever we pulled up to West End Grill a few weeks ago, while you were there with your baby mama and your child, and my kids was crying, and I had to calm
Why
them
did you
down.
drive over there?
I can paint
That's
the whole
pathetic
picture
right
for
there.
it. No, you're pathetic because
No.
here's the thing: I don't have to protect your life.
Yeah, and that's what he want her to do, and she would no longer walk around in shame. Melody said, I will not protect your lie anymore. So, and she would not walk around in shame anymore. So, Martel have a lot of resentment, a lot of ambivalence towards Mel. He act like Mel was the betraying parent. But let's talk about the impact of these children now. Infidelity impact children in different ways. They say depending on the circumstances. Maybe a little sugar mama, she's too young. She won't be aware of her parents' infidelity though. But the older children are. But even as young as sugar mama is, she can pick up on painful feelings coming from her mother, anger over the infidelity that's been released in the household with the parents. Because we saw all the drama on TV. You can certainly know that they were doing it behind closed doors, and those children were hearing things. But anyway, as a child, Lisa Ray mom, she was taking her child around to many of the dad mistresses. Her dad, she took him around to the mistress's house. She was trying to prove that her dad was not all that he appeared to be. But then, a major red flag went off when Ivana learned that this woman was taking Lisa Ray around to the mistress's house to make her have a bad impression on her dad. And Ivana got mad. And she said, the business you have with your man is not your daddy's concern. But in this case, this is not what Mel is doing. In this case, they accidentally bump into those two. They were coming from somewhere. And she said, get away from my dad. That's what Mariah was
The
screaming.
next thing I knew, my daughter Mariah had her window down, and her body was out saying, "Get away from my dad! Get away from my father!" So by the time I look up, I see it's him, his child, and his baby mother.
When Mariah saw you, your son, and your child's mother together.
It was from a distance, yeah.
So your daughter seeing her father, a woman, a child, just put two and two together.
No, she still.
Okay, yeah, guess what? Y'all hear that? He told me it was from a distance, like as if that matters. She's gonna be impacted the rest of her life. Infidelity can lead to months and years. Broken trust of her father. You know how she looked up to her father? It eventually is going to lead to divorce, as we know. But children are strongly impacted, especially if they're not given emotional support or offer counseling service to help them move through their feelings. So I do know that Mel had them through counseling, and as we saw one on TV where she was saying to the counselor how it had impacted the children, and she was naming different type of incident that they were going through that was unusual and different. And then there were Martel being Martel. In counselor, he said that he didn't feel like the kid need counseling. He didn't even feel like he need counseling. So Martel didn't feel like the children need counseling. He just felt like, okay, this is just an isolated incident. Yeah, and I'll be able to take my children and talk to my children. We can work through this ourselves. We don't need counseling. Okay, let's just finish.
Oh
She
no,
still doesn't know.
because I'm not about to do that. That ain't my place to tell.
But why haven't you told the kids yet that they have a brother?
I guess it just takes time.
Are you embarrassed by it?
When it comes to my children, I feel some kind of way. Certain things happened earlier on was a mistake, but him being here is not.
My hope is that the kids are able to hear it from you when you're ready. But
yeah, when you ready, but he don't feel like the kids need counseling. Now, if he was a normal dad that had remorse about what he did, he working through the infidelity could lead to a deeper understanding if they go into counseling, and some of these wounds can be healed between the parents. Melody can never be healed from her wounds because he got his mistress constantly attacking her and he's constantly gaslighting her himself. But this can be a good thing if this man really worked through infidelity, if he worked through a deeper understanding and healing the wounds of his children. But I'm going to tell you what he has done has negatively impacted these children. I call it invisible wounds because we don't know. We don't know how deeply and emotional scarred these children are, especially the two oldest, Tank and Mariah. But also, they said that oversharing details of the affair can really hurt the children's feelings too. So I'm sure when he just popped that little boy and said, "You got a baby," without even preparing them for it, I'm sure it hurted their feelings. But if a child find out accidentally about that affair, it can also lead to lasting impact, like Mariah. Yeah, she's gonna remember this. She's gonna remember this all her life, you guys.
What else? This is another crack in their crown. Who is this for? Is this for both of them?
I think it's for her.
Okay, for you. Okay, why do you think this is a crack in her crown? You don't think she's grateful?
She don't seem like what I do for her now. She don't seem like she's grateful. Just go on like you're supposed to be done something or whatever.
Okay. I'm sensing some systemic things that need healing, but also some individual things that need healing.
Because some of us is lying, okay? If a lot ain't been said here, then it would come. If everybody would tell the truth,
Queen Mother,
I shout when the spirit hit me.
Queen
and
Mother,
the spirit had hit me because I came here
Queen
to tell
Mother.
the truth and let all this stuff out so we can get a better thing.
Queen
and
Mother.
I have a feeling that we're going to go back just like we came here.
I'm gonna have a little conversation with the Queen Mother. Is that good?
That's cool with me.
So I'm gonna let you two go. Y'all can come with me, and Queen Mother, you sit right there. I'm gonna bring you some water. You want some water?
Yes, please.
Okay, that would be so lovely. This Queen Mother has not yet recognized that the breakdown in her family is caused by a dysfunctional tradition of victimization. This inspires her to rule with emotional violence instead of nurturing love and patience. Let's put them both up here. Okay.
Thank you.
You good? You good? I want to establish something with you because you are my elder. I don't want you to feel that as my elder, I'm disrespecting or dishonoring or disregarding.
Oh, I don't feel that about you.
Okay,
I love
good.
you.
So what is it that you think I can do that nobody else can do?
Get this family back on the right track. I really believe that.
But that will happen when each individual becomes accountable for their behavior. So I need you to talk to me about that.
Then
Yours, not theirs.
mine stems back from in the beginning. I came from Mississippi, didn't know which way was up.
Why'd you leave home?
Because I got tired picking damn cotton. Every penny I had went to my mother. My whole family, and it's 13 of us. I've been the head of them all my life.
Are you the elder?
No, I'm the
Okay.
7th child. My mother had 13, I'm the 7th child. I married this man, as you said, and I stayed with him after I got pregnant because I had no education. Night and day, he was beating me like a child with clothes hanging in the name. I I took all of this abuse, but I wanted her to be more. I told her, you don't need nobody else. You don't need this because Daddy got all the money. She grew up, that's reason today, she worshiped him, even he's dead. When he got killed, I was thrown into the business. I went out there and took care of everything so we could continue to live in the style that we was used to. Everything I ever did was for somebody else. But I don't see that compassion there. Even when he got killed, she never said to me, Mama, what did Daddy and Death do to you? To this day, she never said nothing. Nothing.
Mom, that's not her job because she was too busy managing the loss of her father to care about you losing your husband. How about that?
I don't know. I can't deal with it.
Well, you
really
have
can't.
to deal with it. How did he die?
His girlfriend shot him.
Okay. He was still married to you?
Of course.
Okay. So, but you knew he had a woman.
I've known that ever since I've been with him. He always had some women, 5 or 6 of them at a time.
And you stayed because?
Well, I didn't know no damn little bit of the time.
Queen Mother, I'm not judging you. I don't have no heat on it. I just want you to sit in that. I want to talk to you about this. Just not being accountable for the choices that you made. You want her to be grateful for the sacrifices you made. But then you blame her for having made the sacrifice.
Because if I had to go over, I wouldn't do any of it.
And the next step of that is, this is the man that my daughter still pines over.
Lord have mercy.
And here's the truth about you. You want everybody to serve your needs.
I've heard a lot of things, but I've been damned if I never heard
Well,
it
you
like
know
that.
what? As a minister and a wise woman, I know what I'm looking at. And another one, which is really where you really need to start, I love you. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Queen Mother, you have to be an example, a demonstration of compassion, of understanding, even if it means sometimes you got to suck it up. Why are you shaking your head no?
Because I totally disagree with you.
The queen, the princess in waiting, the princess, the queen, they all looking up at you, and they're looking at a bitter, unhappy woman who thinks she's entitled to something.
These are the only 2 people on God's earth would say anything bad about me. Is those 2 there.
Well, why don't you treat them better? Based on the example that you set about how you get along with your daughter, I can see why your daughter doesn't get along with her daughter. They have to totally be reprogrammed and redesigned.
Well, whatever it takes.
Because the same way you have upset with them, they have upset with you.
Oh, I know that.
But the question becomes, can you hear it? Are you willing to hear it? Your child is broken. Do you have any idea how that happened?
No.
Oh my God. After speaking with the Queen Mother, I need to check and see.
This is coming from Facebook, Africa's One Corner. This week's Black Excellent and Black History Spotlight go to Paul E. Williams. In 1907, African-American inventor Paul E. Williams invented the helicopter. So, Paul E. Williams invented the component of the helicopter. African-American inventor Paul E. Williams patented the first useful helicopter, the Lockheed Model 186.